What's poppin', yo? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, I hope you are ready for an onslaught of Doctor Who videos. There is 7 more Doctor Who videos coming over the next 7 days, so it is Doctor Who week after this video, because we're taking a look at Doctor Who from 2005 to 2019, I think. So we're taking a look at the first 7, and then I'll have to watch the rest of it, and then there'll be that coming out for you as well. But with the new Doctor Who coming out, I am watching all of the Doctor Who's again, and I'm going to be reviewing them as I watch them. So we are going from 2005, because I was born in 2003, so that is my time period of Doctor Who. So this is all the Doctor Who's from me being alive. Alive, kicking, alive and born. Well, I probably wasn't kicking. Well, 2005, I would have been 2. I would have been kicking. I would have been kicking about. So, I wouldn't have just been a little potato sat there. But without any further delay, let's get what into Google has to say. So, we're taking a look at my favorite special, my favorite Doctor Who special, which is The Day of the Doctor. And it is a Doctor Who episode to mark the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. And this special basically goes with 3 doctors coming together to solve a mystery. Like, all 3 of these doctors have arrived in the same place. It is the first time that they have brought David Tennant back to reprise his role before they do it a second time in this new Christmas special, which we took a look at in December, so it is on the channel. You can take a look at it if you do want to. I have done Doctor Who reviews completely out of order, don't worry. That shit happens all the time here on the YouTube channel. But it is during our 11th Doctor's stay, Matt Smith as the Doctor, and we also have the Wartime Doctor as well. And it's basically him accepting and uncovering the mysteries of Gallifrey, them actually blowing it up, and even Rose Tyler comes back. Amy Pond is here as well, and it's a pretty good hour-long special. I very much did enjoy. And the CGI isn't the greatest. Like, obviously, it's still very early on in the Doctor's history. I think it's like 2013 this came out. Again, very early on in the Doctor's history. We do also have a little visit from all the other Doctors, but they look obviously not like they do, because it's different actors trying to represent them, and it's different people who are just lookalikes to the old Doctors. And I'm pretty sure the only 3 that could get back is the Wartime Doctor and, like, obviously Matt Smith, because it's his time to shine, and then David Tennant. But it was a really good story. I liked it. It was really interesting to see all the Doctors interact together, because it's not often we get to see that. Obviously, all the Doctors and all the different actors put their own spin on the Doctor with their own little twangs and their own little isms and, like, techniques and what they do and how they act and how they perform. So it's really interesting to see them all come together. And I am going to take a deep dive into each Doctor Who and each actor as I go through. But Matt Smith seems to go on a very depressive, very sort of angry and negative turn to the Doctor, where he proceeds to go on it alone because he doesn't want to lose anyone else. And he's a very scared version of the Doctor and very hiding of his emotions. Whereas that is where it starts with David Tennant. He's very... We also get to see them interact with each other's TARDISes. And obviously, in Doctor Who time, in Doctor Who fashion, having all these Doctors in the same place is a very bad idea, and it can cause a lot of issues, and they just blame each other. Like, they constantly argue, constantly bicker, constantly at each other's throats, even though they are the same person. And, I don't know, it just makes for this really interesting dynamic, and obviously, Amy Pond does not have a clue what to make of it, because she's only known the Matt Smith Doctor, and having to interact with these 2 Doctors is a little bit of a issue, but these 2 bring the comedy, they bring the funny. Whereas the Wartime Doctor, he's the more serious one. He's the one that actually blew up Gallifrey, which is Doctor Who's home planet, and ended up killing everybody. And they're both really angry with him and constantly upset with him. And in the end, they actually help him with destroying Gallifrey and doing what he needs to do. And this doesn't help with coming to terms with destroying Gallifrey. It kind of makes it a little bit worse, because now they know they had a helping hand in it, and it just makes them a little bit more upset with themselves for taking this role on and taking this into account and deep diving into this. Acting is fucking brilliant. It's funny, it's engaging, it's exciting. It keeps you on the edge of your seat because you don't know what's happening. Rose Tyler ends up being a villain, which is very exciting. And I love Rose Tyler. She is one of my favorite sidekicks, and you'll hear a lot more about it in the next Doctor Who video coming in the next couple of days. But I literally like her because she has Tyler in the name, I will be honest. But she's a good sidekick and one of my favorites. Very nostalgic, and it could just be nostalgia purposes to why I like her and why she is one of my favorite sidekicks. But I don't know a lot of people called Tyler, and most of the time, all my favorite characters are called Tyler. In Super Noobs, my favorite character is Tyler. It's an old Cartoon Network show, and in School Bus Graveyard, Tyler is also my favorite character. So Tyler's got to stick together. We're very few and far between, so we got to stick together. And you know what? If you, I might draw a picture, a fan art of like all these Tylers in the same room pointing at each other, because I think it'll be funny. Doing the Spider-Man meme. You know what? I think that'll be funny. So stay tuned for that on my Instagram account if you are looking forward to it. And if you do want to check out everything else that I have to offer as a content creator, like my Instagram account, you can check the link in the description, which will take you to everything else that I have to offer as a content creator, from my Instagram to my TikTok to my Reddit, other YouTube accounts, other Instagram accounts, Facebook, Snapchat, Discord. Everything that I have to offer is on there, and you can go check it out for yourself if you are interested. But if you do want to stay here on YouTube and you do like Doctor Who content, there is a lot more of that coming, so don't you dare worry, don't you dare threat. It's on its way, and you can check it out. By subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. My upload schedule is 1 a.m. every day here in the UK with 5 videos per day, just to keep you well fed, keep you well entertained. Because are you not entertained with all this content? I'm not like other YouTubers. I post for a lot because it's a variety channel, and there's something for everybody here. However, 98% of you are recurring viewers, but you're not subscribed, and that makes me a little bit sad because that's a very high number. So you obviously like my stuff because you keep coming back for more, and if that is true, why haven't you hit the subscribe button yet? I know it's big, it's threatening, it's loud, it's red, it's very scary, but you don't have to. You don't have to be scared of it anymore. It won't explode, I promise. I hope when you press it, but what I do know for 100% certain that it will go grey when you do push it. So it'll look a lot more nicer and a lot less threatening. So just go ahead and press it. It's free. You can always change your mind and unsubscribe later if you do decide you don't like my content and I am a little bit of a prick. But yeah, back to Doctor Who. We also have Emma Stone. No, Emma. I forgot her name. I'm gonna be honest. We have the newer sidekick here as well in this special, and this is roughly when I stopped watching Doctor Who in the first place. I have recently gone back and watched this season, so it's all fresh in my head, but this is when I did start to drop off because I was fucking terrified of the Weeping Angels. So at that point, I was done and I was gone. And I do believe that was the final episode that had Amy Pond and Rory in it. So that was where I quit, and that's where I stopped. And so that's pretty much all I have to say about this episode. CGI isn't brilliant, but then again, Doctor Who CGI has always been done on a budget because the BBC is built around the British public. That's why we pay for a TV license at like 160, £180 a year to pay for like some decent TV. And what normally comes out of the BBC is like, I don't actually know. What other than Doctor Who, I don't know what the BBC makes. What are they using those dollars for? Those dollary dues, those monies? What the fuck are they doing? There's a BBC conspiracy going on here. But I don't have anything else to say about the special. Obviously it's not like a full season, so there's not a whole lot to talk about. The villain isn't that scary. What actually makes this episode and what makes it enjoyable is the sort of dynamic that the three Doctors have when they're together, having all three of them on screen interacting is what makes the episode a lot better and a lot more engaging, a lot more interesting. But other than that, there isn't really that much to go off. But the interactions are what make the episode. So I am going to give this episode a solid 8 out of 10 because the bad guy's pretty weak, the writing is very strong, and it does have very big implications to the rest of the story of Doctor Who. So I like it. I think it's a pretty solid special and one of my personal favorites, which I did enjoy when it first came out. For whatever reason, I picked up Doctor Who for this one special and then dropped it again. I don't know why I did that. I was very silly and stupid, but I will I'll go back, watch them all, and review them all for you. And they'll be a little bit more interesting, and I'll have a little bit more to say on each season because, again, they are a little bit bigger. But this is just serving as an announcement video for the onslaught of Doctor Who content that is coming down the pipeline over the next couple of weeks, over the next couple of months, because Doctor Who's great and it is very iconic to British culture. So, download the BBC iPlayer if you have a TV license and get watching it because it's great and the intro fucking slaps as well. Like the intro song is so iconic. Do 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 do.